Hey guys, just wanted to share with you a quick video on V Lookup, which is the vertical lookup. It's a way for you to get data that you need based on one column of data that you have, and if you want it to report back to you another data column that you have. So one of the first things we have to do is we have to kind of specify exactly what we're looking for. So let's say we have this huge data sheet full of employee names, employee ID, and maybe there's several other columns as well. What you would have to do is get what you wanted to reference. Maybe your manager wants to know about Bob. So your first selection criteria is going to be the employee name, which is going to be referenced in this cell here. And then we just needed to return whatever value that we want the VLOOKUP function to give us. And so here we'll go ahead and do employee ID. And we want it to return our employee ID for us. So here we're going to type in the VLOOKUP formula, which you start with the equal symbol as in every other formula, and then you start typing in VLOOKUP, and it should give you the VLOOKUP formula. And once you have it popped up like this, you can hit the tab button, and then it's going to insert the full formula equals VLOOKUP, and then it'll give us the selection criteria that we need. So for the lookup value, that's going to be that employee name that we wanted to look up in the first place. So if we select that cell that we're going to use for our employee name, then that'll be adequate for that criteria. Then you hit the comma key. It's going to take us to the next one, which is the table array, which is the whole data set that we want to look up that the data in. So for us, it's going to be this entire data set. And this is overly simplistic, but you can imagine if you had a huge data set, this would be a lot more helpful and useful and valuable to you and your organization. So then we hit the column, then we want the column index number. So for us, it's very simple. It's going to be column 2, which is this column right here, B. But like I said, if you could imagine if you had 100 columns, this would be 100. You would type in 100 instead of the number 2 right there. And then the last one is if you want an approximate match, or do you want the exact match, which in a lot of cases you want the exact match. So I do caps lock false, and it'll give us our exact match, and parentheses, which ends our VLOOKUP formula. So now we're getting the error, the pound NA, because this is blank and we want to find an exact match, and there's no blanks in our data set, so we're getting that error message. But if we typed in Bob, because our manager wants a report on Bob and wants to see his employee ID, right away it returns us employee ID 1234. Hope this helps. If you have any other ideas for what you want to do specifically with your data set, let me know and I can try to make a video on that. Thank you.